Hey everyone, today I'm breaking down the 5 most effective ways to help your content show up in AI search engines. This is a big shift in how brands get found online, and these are the same strategies that we use at BKA Content to help our clients to get more mentions, more citations, and more visibility online. So let's go. Right now, AI search tools like Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Copilot are becoming the first stop for millions of people every single day. And here's the thing, these tools don't show 10 blue links like Google. They give one answer, one result with a handful of citations attached. If your brand is one of the main sources that it pulls from to create that answer, you win. But if your brand isn't cited or mentioned in that answer, you're not even a part of the conversation. AI search systems are a little bit different than they pull primarily from citations, mentions, structured answers, and brand signals from across the web. So the more that your content comes up as a trusted source in AI citations, the more visibility, traffic, and authority that you get. This is basically the new version of ranking #1 on Google, except the winner gets the entire answer box in AI instead of a single position on that page. So showing up in AI search is not optional. It's the next major traffic channel online, and the brands who optimize for it early are going to get a massive head start. So without further ado, let's talk about these 5 main things that are getting brands to rank on AI search, starting with adding an answer box or takeaway section at the top of your content. AI tools scan for fast, direct answers. That's why adding a short answer capsule or takeaway section, a highlight section at the top of your content works so well. In fact, recent studies in the industry have shown that over 75% of all blog content that's being cited in the AI overviews contains an identifiable answer capsule or highlight section at the top. That's a huge correlation. But essentially what it is a section right below the heading that says key takeaways, highlights, something like that. It has about 3 to 5 bullet points that cover the most important takeaways from your article. The key is to keep them clear, concise, short, and properly formatted just the way the LLMs prefer. So let's look at a couple examples. So here's one example. You'll see this a lot on news sites, as they'll have like a highlight section, key takeaways, just like I talked about. And they usually keep it a little bit shorter, and it's giving basically the 3 main points of this article. Super simple, pretty short, around 20 to 25 words on this one. And here's a second example. Over here, this is more of a how-to type blog, a more in-depth guide. This one's utilizing it in steps instead of bullet points. It's essentially doing the exact same thing. It's a guide on how to mow the lawn, and then they've identified the top 8 steps that they're going to cover throughout the article. And I've seen a couple others where they even have a sidebar where on mobile, it shows right below the heading, functions as a table of contents that you can click and see those main sections. So with a guide, you can get away with probably 5 to 7 bullets if it's a really long piece of content. For any normal piece of content, I would keep it to about 3 to 5 bullet points and keep it clear, concise, covering those main things that you're going to get at. And again, the reason that you do this is because typically your title in a blog post is asking a query or some variation of a query, how to mow the lawn, a guide on how to mow the lawn. So the very next thing that you want below that query is an answer. And this answer capsule or key takeaways box allows you to answer that question very quickly. And with 3 to 5 bullet points, you can cover a few different aspects of that answer, a few related answers to that question. And if you don't feel comfortable creating a section like this on your own, and even if you do, my pro tip would be to use AI to do this for you. There's a lot of studies that have shown that AI content is actually preferred by AI because it's written in the way that AI likes to read it. Now, I'm not advocating that you write all of your content with AI, but for a summary purpose, AI is fantastic. So what I would do is I would copy this article and paste it into ChatGPT, and then I would just ask it to take that content and summarize it in 3 to 5 main takeaways. And it's going to do a fantastic job. From there, you can tweak it a little bit, maybe add some keywords in there, which is always important when you're optimizing for AI or just traditional search, but it's going to format it better than you would have done it. And again, it's going to put it in a format that AI likes to read and parse when it goes to give answers to people searching for something. So if you haven't done it already, start utilizing this tactic in your content writing, especially with blog writing. These key takeaways, this answer capsule gives AI an easy way to understand exactly what your content is going to cover and makes it more likely that you're going to come up in AI citations. All right, let's move on to tip number 2, which takes place at the bottom of your page instead of at the top like this tip. I'm talking about adding FAQs to main pages on your site. Service pages, location pages, and long guides on your site are perfect for FAQs. FAQs help you hit something called query fan out. Basically, someone might not search for your main topic directly, but they will search for questions all around it. And AI search tools love rich content that directly addresses all the closely related questions and answers relating to a query. So you want to use FAQs to answer the most common questions, as well as the next questions people might ask. And lastly, you would also want the FAQ to answer questions that the AI might fill in on its own. So knowing those three groupings of questions, how do you make an FAQ? Again, the answer lies in utilizing AI tools. I'll include an AI prompt in the description below that shows you exactly how to prompt the AI to give you an FAQ for a location-based service. But you could use this same prompt with a few different tweaks to cover a location page's FAQs or even a long guide. And now that we've covered that, let me show you a couple good examples of FAQs that are utilizing this format. Okay, this page is our local SEO services page here at BKA Content. We've gone through all of our main service pages, location pages, and industry pages and added FAQ sections at the bottom, utilizing AI, asking AI to give us a list of most commonly asked questions relating to that service and that location. And then we included a widget at the bottom that has those questions and answers below. So we're using an accordion format here on our website builder. You can see that some of the questions that the AI gave us were, number one, what are local SEO services? Is local SEO worth it? How much do these local SEO services cost? You can see we've included about 10 to 15 FAQs. That's a pretty good range to be in, especially if you can utilize an accordion or something that allows you to save space vertically on the page. If you don't have anything like that and the question and answer is just big on the page, I might keep it to 5 to 7, but you're going to do better having more of these closely related FAQs than less. And just remember, the more that you answer these closely related questions in your content, the more citation ready your page becomes. Okay, let's move on to step number 3, which is utilizing branded or original data in your content. Using branded insights and original data in your content is one of the biggest opportunities when it comes to creating content that's cited by AI search engines. And the reason is too many people are using AI generative tools to create content for their sites and adding little to no expertise, branding, or authority to that content. So it's very generic and there's nothing that helps it stand out. AI tools search for unique insights, real data, and brand specific viewpoints that help content to provide additional value to a user. Content that is actually unique will stand out. So here's a couple things to try in your content writing the next time that you create a blog or web page. First, if you've done studies in your company, include those survey results. Make sure to mention your brand and confidently explain what your results show. The same is true for using case study numbers in your content. These can be a great trust signal and provide social proof that what you're doing works, as well as provide unique value to that page. And lastly, if you don't have internal data or a lot of social proof through case studies, one thing that you can do is to interpret general information with your brand perspective. For instance, everyone in the SEO industry knows that keyword stuffing content is a bad practice. But if I include my own company's recommendations of why that's a bad practice, I've now offered a branded and original insight that has both my company name and allows it to stand out. Even simple brand insights help AI know that your content is yours, and that makes it more likely to be surfaced. And if you really want to take unique branded insight to the next level and give an additional layer of quality to your content, my pro tip on this number is to turn your SEO content into a YouTube video. Here's one quick example on our own website. So here's one specific blog post where we had written the content first. It was already ranking for keywords and getting traffic. And we decided to take the content that was here and we turned it into a YouTube video on our BKA Business YouTube channel. You can see it right here is this video. We ran a test across 10 to 20 blogs where we did this exact scenario, took an already ranking blog post and turned it into a YouTube video that we then embedded on the page and linked back to our YouTube video. And across the board, we saw a 30% increase in ranking, traffic, and also AI citations because we now had the video embedded in the content. So if you're ready to take your content marketing to the next level, adding a YouTube element on top of your website is the way to do it. Which leads us to our 4th step of how to get your content to come up in AI citations, which is all about keeping it fresh. Freshness matters. We have seen this at BKA Content repeatedly. Changing nothing except the date on content can move your rankings. Not substantially, but enough to notice. And AI search engines also lean towards newer sources. So if you're improving older posts with the updates I've already talked about, or if you just want to keep a really good piece of content relevant for longer, then frequently update the publish date on that piece of content. This is an incredibly simple SEO and AI search hack, and all you have to do is schedule it. It can be done every 3 to 6 months, and it helps AI search tools trust that your content is still current. So once you've updated the date, we're on to our last tip, which is to share your content across as many platforms online as you possibly can. The number of times your brand or content is mentioned across the web is a huge indicator of whether or not you'll be cited in AI search. AI search tends to favor number of brand mentions over quality of brand mentions. Even no follow links back to your content helps, whereas a couple of years ago that wasn't true. So when you publish a piece of content, make sure to also post it across as many platforms as you can. In some order of priority, it would be your Google Business Profile update section, LinkedIn, any of your other social channels like Instagram, X, Facebook. If you can get mentions on Reddit, that's fantastic. And let me give you a quick example why it's so important to be mentioned in all of these different places. So for instance, if I type on Google how to create a location page for SEO, we have the section up top that gives the AI overview. But if you look below, there's a lot of other real estate on this page. For one, you have videos. Again, this is a video that we just made on SEO location pages about a week ago. It's coming up in the video section. There's also your kind of traditional linking SERP section down here that has blog content. And then down here, you also have a section that's what people are saying. And we found that almost always this is pulling from Reddit or LinkedIn. That's why those two are kind of their own individual section outside of your other social platforms. I would make sure that you're always posting on LinkedIn. If you can get one on Reddit without it getting taken down, that's also a huge bonus. But you can see between even those 3 or 4 sections, you have the AI overview, the written content, a YouTube video, and then a what people are saying section. That's 4 different areas on the web that you could post your content and potentially get a mention and get access to this front page of Google. And no matter what platform you're putting it on, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. You just need to post a short recap or summary, make sure that you mention your brand, and it gives you another chance to get indexed and cited. So those are the 5 best ways to currently get cited in AI search engines. Number 1, the answer capsule or the key takeaway section at the top of your article. Number 2, FAQs on your most important pages. Number 3, branded insights or original data in your content. Number 4, updated dates, freshness, newness of content. And number 5, multi-platform posting to increase your brand mentions across the web. Use all 5 together and you will see a noticeable lift in AI visibility over time. And if you want to stay up to date with the latest tactics and strategies in the SEO, digital marketing, and AI search world, come on over to our BKA Content School community where we give you access to our BKA strategists to answer questions, troubleshoot problems, and give you the most up-to-date tips and tricks to keep your business relevant online. So if you're interested in joining our community, just click on the link below in our description, and we'd love to see how we can help you. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow our channel so you'll be notified every time we put out updates like this. And be sure to check out this video where we talk about some of the latest tips and tricks that have to do with local SEO. And we'll see you over there.